Hi guys, welcome back to Trinity's Hotline Gist, and it's your girl Temitope Taiwo, aka Trinity. Yes, if you are just joining us, let me add, Trinity's Hotline Gist is about telling you the latest gist. You know, some people who have to work all day, they don't know what's going on online. I'm here to bring you the hottest gist going on, the hottest news going on. I know I've not been consistent, but I'm back. I'm fully back. Yes. So today, before I dive into the gist, I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Trinity's Hotline Gist. Yeah, on today's gist, when I think about what I want to talk about, I'm always like, that's my expression all the time. I've been thinking about it since yesterday. I watched the documentary, and throughout I was just like, because when I tell you this gist, you guys are going to do with me. What am I talking about? The Tinder swindler. Simon, my guy. See, you guys, let me just calm down because I'm too nervous, I'm too anxious about this, and it's a bit emotional for me because I can say that typically this is what Nigerian men do to us. The only difference is they don't collect money, because guys will know that this is what they want from you, and they will promise you heaven and hell. They tell you they love you, they care about you, you're important, there's a future in this, you can go more deep. They even go as far as meeting your family, your cousins, your friends, your close friends, and they already know what they want to do. They even introduce you to their parents, to their own family, to their colleagues, to their friends. Let me not divert. What do you want to talk about? Tinder swindler. Okay, you guys might not know about this, some people might not have watched it, but it has been going crazy online for days, and I've been anticipating to talk about it. Tinder swindler is a guy. He's an Israel guy. I think he's from Israel, and let me just put it there. You're a Nigerian person, you're Nigerian, and you're watching this, or you're from other countries. There's something we call Yahoo here. That's like the advanced Yahoo. It links up on Tinder with European women and extorts them from their money, for their money. For instance, it won't, like in the first instance rather, it won't extort them. You show them love, care. They're going to trust him. He's going to like give them this extravagant life, making them believe he is who he's not. Simon Levive or something. I don't really know how to pronounce his surname. So there's this man. The man handles, I think he handles diamonds. It's real. Like Forbes post this picture. They are bearing the same surname. Do you know what this guy says online? That he's the son of the man, he's the first son, he's the this, he's the that, he's the... So let me start my story. When I started watching it, I'm like, this thing is boring. And my cousins were like, they've watched it, should watch it, let's watch it again. So I joined them, like, okay, go girl. I started watching it again. And then this girl came, Cecilia. She started talking about the guy, how she met the guy, like she believes in love and all of that, and how their pictures and everything mashed together, and as they started talking, they met up for coffee. People insulting that girl are very stupid, and they are mostly women. If I'm not in your shoes, I would never judge you. I might correct you if you're my friend, or if I see the need to correct you, but I would never ever judge you. So this girl went for a coffee with this guy, told her friends that okay, they are going for a coffee. You know now, see, except to be aligned, there's nobody that will see. Everybody's fairy tale is dark, tall and handsome, dark, light, tall, handsome, rich. You understand? Everybody wants this fairy tale thing. Maybe it was a mistake. She made a very huge mistake that is affecting her life and all of that. But it's not my judgment to make. I can't make a judgment for her. So she she linked up with this guy. Immediately after coffee, the guy said he was going to somewhere, that they should go and hang out together in a private jet, that he has a kid, the kid is 2 years old, blah 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 blah, but he and the baby mama are not together anymore, and all of that. So I didn't have issues with that. I'm like, okay, let's see where this is going. They entered the private jet, they chilled together, they were together and all of that, and he went back home. So they were in a relationship to the extent that Cecilia kept asking in front of this guy's name. Let me tell you something. My cousin said something about what she said. Putting love in front of a guy's name after meeting and talking is a very huge step. Yes, and that's no lie. There's no lie there. I'm telling you for free. So she added this, like the emoji to it, you know, this heart love emoji, and they started talking every day. I miss you, baby, I love you. Do you know what is crazy about this whole thing that is making me like laugh? Is the guy's accent. Baba has one crazy accent that I don't even see any sense in. So let me cut the long story short. They started telling the girl to get an apartment, that they are going to live together. Meanwhile, he has accomplice Peter, his bodyguard, and some of his friends. We don't know his name, they didn't really give us details. So all of a sudden, she said he just texted the girl in the middle of the night. Peter is down, his enemies, hey, my enemies are following me, please send me 50k. That is the new trend. Jesus. Says that my enemies are following me, blah 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 blah. That the girl, that he can't reach out to his company, that they need to keep him because he's a wealthy person, and no, these kind of stories. The girl was so worried, woke up in the middle of the night. Okay, asked the girl to go and take a loan. The girl took express visa card. You know what that is? The girl took the loan. Within 3 days, he spent this huge amount of money that the bank had to close the card. And the girl was like, what are you using money to do? She questioned herself, of course. But this guy has carried her to a private jet. They've entered jet together. They've done things that, okay, this guy is rich. So if he's telling me to take a loan, I'm supposed to believe him. I love this guy. I want to spend the rest of my life with this guy. There's one thing that is called love. Love is crazy. Love is stupid. When you're in love, you don't think with your head. Things that normally you wouldn't do. But when you're in love with somebody, my dear, it's always heavy on the cards. So she took another loan with another card. She took another loan with another card. She took 9 cards, express cards. I think she was owing like $250,000 or so. Fast forward, this same guy met this other lady. They started as friendship, they started talking to each other, and this guy has these things that girls want. Like, he listens to them, he gives them advice, he allows them rants, he gives them a free space, like safe space to talk about things. So who wouldn't like this kind of guy? So this particular lady, she's a CEO, she has a thing going on, she's doing good for herself, but this guy doesn't go in only for romance. Like the documentary told us that he has been doing this since the age of 20, and he squanders his boss money when he was working for them, wrote a fake check and cashed out the real money and all of that. So he has like different ways. He knows what this person wants. You know what this person wants? Friendship. This person wants love. You understand? So Penilla became friends with him. He took Penilla. So the money he was collecting from Cecilia, he was spending it for Penilla. You weren't even saving up, like, Jesus Christ. So I told you that this gist is odd. While he was collecting money for Cecilia, he was spending it on Penilla, and they were going to clubs, going for yachts, getting expensive stuffs, getting expensive apartments to stay in and all of that. That time he was with Penilla, he was dating a model which Penilla knew. They met together, they were spending money and all of that. So he went back to wherever it is that he went back to, and he sent the same video he sent to Cecilia, that Peter is down, there's blood gushing out of his head. The funny thing about this audio, if you hear this guy's voice, you guys are going to be angry. I'm going to play it now. Like, his voice is annoying. He doesn't even know how to complete a sentence. He doesn't even know how to speak properly. Like, I'm devastated. I'm serious. I am about this whole thing. Like, it was like, Peter down, Peter. My enemies are after me. Peter down. My enemies are after me.
Telling me that his enemies
hey, wait. Let me keep my cool. This girl stood up in the middle of the night. What's going on? So she was like, what's going on? What do you need? Say, okay, you have to loan me money. My enemy is my father's enemy. The same story all over again. So this lady, her savings, she sent him $30,000, and he squandered the money again, asked for another money. So while all this was happening, Cecilia already reached out to the bank and said, do you guys know this person? Has he been doing this? And then they let him know that he has used several names. They've been looking for him. He's wanted in like 4 different companies and all of that. And okay, so they tried to reach out to his mother. His mother was like, he doesn't want anything to do with him and all of that. So they reached out to the lady, this Penila lady. She didn't believe it at first, because the journalists, that Cecilia went and told some journalists about it, and they were really invested in the story, and I thank God for that. When I was watching, I was like, thank God for that. And they reached out to Penila. Penila screenshotted the chat and sent it to Simon. Simon said that it's the enemies that sent it to. That they want to get to him through her. How? What enemies? It's the enemies that is even making me go crazy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? So this lady like went to see this journalist, and they planned. So she wanted to collect the money he was owing her. So he sent her a check. Let me take you back. He sent Cecilia the same check, and the bank said the check is not real. So he sent her a check. She waited for like 3 weeks. They were not coming home. So she was owing he was owing Penila like $40,000. So by the time he sent the check, he sent $100,000, and Penila was so happy. You're a good friend, blah 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 blah, until she tried to cash out the check, and it was not real. She couldn't cash out. So that was when she was like, okay, let me talk to this journalist. So they planned on how to capture him, and they reported him to the police. But according to what I heard, they said it's not a case because they don't have evidence of payment and all of that. That he didn't force them to send the money. They sent the money voluntarily and all of that. So that's on that. So he, after the check didn't cash out, so Penila messaged him and all of us, okay, come and collect one of my wristwatch. It's worth $100,000. Then he used it to pay it. So she traveled down to meet him. They went to a restaurant. While they were coming out, journalists were taking pictures, and he panicked and he was like, get in the car, blah 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 blah. The lady was so scared. So the lady went back to her own country, and she tried to sell the wristwatch. Of course it was fake. That was when she knew that, okay. So she wanted to comfort him. She was this open person that could be like that. I want to hear from you. What's your story? What's the reason? Tell me the reason, because I trusted you. I loved you as my friend. So what's the point of all this? So he called, and there's this statement this idiot is always making: for every action there's a reaction. You've collected my money, you've defrauded me. Now I know that you have defrauded me, and I'm calling you to confirm it, and you're telling me for every action you're going to regret this. For every action there's a reaction. My guy, shut the fuck up. Seriously. So she confronted him, and he was like, do you believe all this is the enemies? I can't believe I'm even saying it's the enemies. Enemies are after me, oh. It's the enemies, is this, is that. Okay. The lady was like, okay, this is it. We are going to do this. Let me take you guys back. Do you know that when this Simon was dating Cecilia, was dating another lady, Eileen? That's my best lady. Eileen, I love you. You are smart. So Eileen saw the articles, like Simon was already trending, of course. People were dragging the women. You guys are gold diggers, blah 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 blah. Of course, internet is not for the weak, as I always say. You are gold diggers. So, you know, Simon was trending, and his girlfriend that dated him, that's Eileen, was dating him for about 14 months before she found out. So his girlfriend was like, let me message him. What's going on? Like, it's a wrong article. So she reached out to Penela, and Penela told her, and she was like, okay, I want us to catch this guy, of course, but I want my money back. Like, because she also gave him money. So at that time that Simon couldn't move, he couldn't go anywhere, he was undercover and all of that, he called Eileen, which is the third girl that dated him for 14 months. He called Eileen and he was like, okay, you are my only hope. I need you. Can you pawn your house and pawn your car for me? Can you imagine? This guy is a bastard. I'm saying with my full chest. He's a bastard. So the lady was smart enough to know that, okay, she confronted him and he was like, I believe you. Then she was like, those bitches, I believe you, I love you, I care about you. So she kept on sending him message, good morning baby, blah 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 blah. So she was like, okay, you need money, I don't have money, let's sell your stuffs. Like, you wear designer clothes, your wristwatch, your shoes are designers, let's sell it, and so we can travel and run away and all of that. So you know, now when you feel like they're smart. See, if there's somebody you should be afraid of in this world, it's women. Fear woman. I'm saying it. You need to fear us. We can be nice, we can be a fool for you, we can love you, we can care about you, but when we've had enough, trust me, you won't like yourself. So the lady drove into the middle of nowhere, met Simon. Simon was already waiting for him. They were in the room, but they didn't have anything to do with each other. So the next day, Simon was looking at her, she packed all the clothes and left. In English, Amagba is guy away, the girl that is intelligent. Broken guy away sabi. She was selling the stuff. Simon was busy. You know, all these narcissists, they have like 4 different personalities. This guy will say, Eileen, you know I love you, you're the love of my life, I'm crazy about you, blah 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 blah. You'll be saying, you're a fool, you're a bitch, you think you can run away with my money? I know you're playing games with me, trust me, you don't want to play a game with me. The next voice note to be, I love you, please, I know that I'm frustrated, that's why I'm sending you all these voice notes. My girl, Eileen, I love you. She was selling and putting the money in her pocket. So even when they were making the video of this Tinder swindler on Netflix, they were still making orders of the clothes. She made her money. She might not get all her money, but she definitely will get some money. So at that point, till when the video came out, Simon didn't know that Eileen was the one that set him up. That's the last girl. So she was selling the clothes, and Simon started living in hostels worth $12. There was no money, he was broke. He kept on begging Eileen, you are the love of my life and my last hope and all of that. So I think he now sent a credit card with the name David Shalom or so to Eileen's place, and he traveled. So Eileen was messaging me. Eileen already knew that he was on the plane, and she was like, okay, because he told her that he was going somewhere and all of that. So Eileen called the police and said, so person, Simon, trending on Google, on Netflix, on Google and every other place, is going to so place, is going to land in your country and is wanted in several countries, blah 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 blah. So the police did their job and they captured him and all of that. So I think he went to jail for 5. He was supposed to go to jail for 15 months, but he went to jail for 5 months. Not because he defrauded those girls, because he was using name defamation or something, like he was changing names and all of that. So those girls were like, okay, they released you. All of a sudden, they started seeing him on the internet. He went back on Tinder, started living the same lifestyle he was living. So I think they decided to put the documentary on Netflix. As I am talking to you, Simon, I'm going to put his handle up out here. He's still on Instagram, living his life, dating a model from Israel. He's living a big life, showing up money, showing off a lot of things, like. And people started coming out after the documentary came out of Netflix. Like, they hired him as a nanny, they hired him as a babysitter for their son. He did this and that. A lot of people, I know they have stories about him, but some people came out and some people did not come out. So So this is it. Like, look at the way I'm just sweating out because this gist is. So the girls, I think they'll be making money from the Netflix because everybody is trending number 2 in Nigeria, and I'm sure it's going to be number 1 very well. So if you have not watched it, please go to Netflix and go watch it. This is a must watch for ladies, for a guy. Like, it's a must watch. And my best, the 3 quotes this guy says a lot. And for every action there's a reaction. Peter down, Peter down. And my enemies are following him. That's how enemies will be following him. So I think we're done here, and thank you for always watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for always watching. Thank you for always tuning in. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twinity_the future, and on Twitter, Twinity_the future, and on Snapchat, Temitope Taiwo. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for always being amazing. Thank you for always listening to your amazing host, Twinity. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I love you guys. Bye.